What's going on YouTube? My name's Anthony, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips for Crucible and Destiny 2. I just want to start off by saying I don't claim to be a professional at Crucible. I like to think that I'm above average.
Supremacy. Defeat your opponent, then take their crest.
The first tip is going to be to stay with your team. Destiny as a whole is a social game. It's meant to be played with others. It's meant to be played with friends. So it makes sense that in Crucible they want you to stick with your team. They want you to work with your team, communicate with your team, and overcome the opposing team. Tip number 2, choose good guns. Not all guns are created equal. Some guns are just pure poop. The guns I'm using in this video are the Time Worn Spire. It's the Iron Banner pulse rifle. For my power weapon, I'm using Martyr's Make. It's an assault rifle. And for my heavy, I am using Main Ingredient. If you guys played in the beta, you already know this gun was very effective in Crucible. There are a few other guns that are really effective, such as Uriel's Gift or Mida Multi-Tool. All I can say to you guys is play around, see what works and see what doesn't. Tip number 3, use your radar. I cannot stress this enough, guys. I'm looking at my radar 50% of the time. If I'm not in a firefight, half the time I'm looking at the radar. It gives you a lot of information. It tells you where the enemies are at, but it also tells you where your teammates are at. And going back to tip number 1, staying with your team, it allows you to know how close your teammate are in proximity to you. That's another reason why Mida Multi-Tool is such a good weapon, because it allows you to see the radar even when you're aiming down sights. It's probably one of the reasons why a lot of people use it. That, and it's a very accurate scout rifle.
I love it.
Tip number 3, more mobility. Mobility is probably the most important stat in Crucible. You want to be able to run when you're hurt, dive around walls, get to your teammate if they're in trouble, vice versa. Resilience, in my experience, doesn't do much. Recovery is also important, but it's only second to mobility. Mobility is the most important.
That's why we have fire teams. I love it. You've turned the tables on defeat. 5 minutes.
And the final tip, map control. This goes back to map knowledge. You got to know where your lines of sight are, where your hiding spots are, where the opposing team spawns, where your teammate spawns, where the control points are. You know, how many times have you guys been in the middle of a firefight and you walk off the side of the map? That is one of the most frustrating things to do, and I guarantee we have all done it. And that goes back to map control and map knowledge. If you know the map, you can control the map, and if you can control the map, you can win.
That's why we have fire teams.
Please like, share, and subscribe if you liked the video. Probably have another video up again next week. Not quite sure what it's going to be yet, but probably be something Destiny 2 related, since that's the game I play the most. It's one of my favorite games. I'll probably do a review on it one day, letting everyone know exactly how I feel about it. And this was my first video, so if you could, down in the comments below, leave any constructive criticism that you might have that could help me in future videos. I did do very well in this Crucible match, so if you want to keep watching, it's pretty entertaining gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Minutes remaining. So much glory, so little time. Minute. One final push and victory is yours. You've got 30 seconds. Strength in numbers, Guardian. Excellent. Triple down. I could not ask for a better victory. You've got an armful of crests, and all the glory that goes with it.